I have one tip for you guys that's going to help you survive so much longer at Rainbow Six Siege and decrease your odds of dying drastically. And this tip can actually help you out in really any first-person shooter, whether it's Rainbow Six Siege or Call of Duty, to build up massive kill streaks. This one tip will help you out so much. I'm actually going to go over a couple to help you improve in this video. And I know this is going to sound crazy when I say this. Trust me, I know. If you want to increase your survivability and decrease your odds of dying in Siege, what you need to do is you need to pretend that you are actually the operator that you're playing, okay? Pretend that it's a real life scenario. You are the Ash, you're the Thermite, you're the Doc, whatever, it doesn't matter. You are the operator, and every time you die, every time you put yourself in risk of dying in Siege, that's you dying in real life. When you walk into the game with that mindset, trust me, I know it's weird. When you walk into the game with that mindset, you will find out that you survive so much longer in Siege because you're not peeking really stupid stuff. You're not making really dumb plays or getting really aggressive. You're playing more passively and making smarter decisions on how to survive longer in Siege. I'm gonna go over a couple examples of what I mean by this in some custom matches, and then go over a couple more tips I wanted to go over as well. This is actually something I do very often. If I find myself struggling, I will kind of get in the mindset that, hey, if I die, or if Ash dies, or whoever operator playing dies, it is actually me dying in real life. This is a real life scenario, but I'm trying to replicate. So, and it makes me survive much longer. I'm not making stupid plays or peeking stupid stuff. Like, I survive much longer. Trust me, if you go into that mindset of a game like, hey, this is really me. Like, if I die, this is really me dying. You will find out that your KD will actually improve because you're not putting yourself in stupid situations. I'm gonna show you a couple examples. Okay, guys, so for this round, I'm going to pretend that if Sledge dies right here, I'm actually going to get really hurt or die if I get taken out. If they're defending Aviator, a really common thing that a lot of people do is they'll push Study, and they'll try to see if they can get Study control. While that is important, your chances of dying pushing Study are really high. Let's just go over a few what I mean. First of all, there's a peak right there that sometimes a defender will be. That's one. And then really anyone in Study, that's two. You could have someone hugging over there. You have someone behind over here, which is really dangerous if someone is over there. But that is a possibility. That's two. You have someone who could peek over here, and a really good quick peeking Doc over here can really shut you guys down. So that's three right there. You can also have someone holding this 90 over here to the left out of Study. What are we on? We're on 4 now or something like that. Another one is you could have someone holding on to South Stairs right here. That's 5 ways. And there's actually probably another way you could die too. There could be a pulse down below or a Valkyrie camera somewhere ready to see for you from below. That's 6 possible ways you could die just by entering Study. Now, that's not counting if they have a mirror window or a rotate or kill holes. Like, there are a lot of ways you could die in Study. Now, if we're going in with the mindset that if Sledge dies, I'm going to get really hurt or die, trust me, like, it sounds weird. I know it sounds weird, trust me, because it is a video game and you're supposed to have fun at the end of the day. But if you're wanting to get better, like, go in with this mindset. Okay, now if the whole entire attacking team knows what your plan is, a much safer way to push this site, and actually a really good way to push this site, is to do a back take from Master and Astro, clear up the whole north side of the map, and then smack Study at the very end. So a really good way to surviving longer in Siege is to utilize your drone. That way you're not face checking people and getting into unnecessary aggressive gunfights. So what we're doing is we're clearing out walk-in closet. We're gonna have an entire attacking team do this, so it's gonna go by much faster when you have like 3 people droning in and maybe 2 people being your entry fraggers that are being droned in by the support players. So we clear out Master, we're clearing out Master. Master's clear. We're clearing out Master. Bathroom is clear. Now there's likely someone's gonna be an Astro or statuary master, you know, somewhere. There's probably gonna be a roamer somewhere in this map if you are attacking Aviator. So once say you take out that roamer, or say you maybe there's no roamer here, when we know that Astro is clear, the Astro stairs are clear, you know, statuary, trophies all clear, it's safe for you to push in. And now you know that you're not gonna die to any aggressive peaks over here. There's not gonna be a roamer sitting in a corner, a cabbie sitting in the bathtub or something. And one thing you really want to do is your odds of getting flanked by a defender are really high if you're pushing a certain point of the map. So the ways that defenders can flank you are by stairs, obviously. So you want to control flank watch with either a nomad drone, claymore, gridlock mine, or someone simply watching it. So a nomad charge or gridlock or something needs to be done to wash this astro flank before you can push further before a roamer hits you. So one thing I want to show you guys is a pretty good flank drone that you could put in astro, and this is just something that you could do if you wanted to you know, just get better flank drones. On top of this projector is a really good flank drone. You could get astro stairs. Say you don't have the correct utility to like a claymore or a nomad or whatever to watch your astro stairs. At least you have this flank drone right here to tell you if someone is flanking. So we have this flank drone set up, and we know that this whole part of the map is clear. Your whole entire attacking team may very well be alive right now. You probably took out a defender, either trophy or statuary or astro, or they rotated back to site. Okay, so now we're at a part of the map we need to clear out where your odds of dying as an attacker are really high. This is a very good choke point right here with some tight line of sights you got to deal with. First of all, you have someone peeking right here. You say you're pushing through trophy entrance, you have someone peeking right there. That's one way you could die. East stairs is another really big way or red stairs, whatever you want to call it, is a really big way you could die right there. And the biggest odds of you dying right now if you would push this are gonna be from 90. There's almost always someone sitting 90, and very well may be a doc or work with an ACOG holding a nice line of sight. It's very hard to contest 90 because this is a very hard spot to clear out. Say a doc is here just doing some crazy quick peeks, your odds of dying are really high if you're pushing from the attacking side right now. So what you want to do is if you want to decrease your odds of dying right here, you have to have a attacker get on 90 rappel over here and contest this doc. So either you can push him or make him feel really uncomfortable to where he has to push off and get out of 90, or you get the kill on him. So whether you could pop a grenade, clear him out, or just be a nuisance over here so he has to constantly check the window. That way, the person who's pushing from trophy, you can either push this dock, and once you clear out 90, and maybe you got rid of 1 or 2 roamers, maybe you got rid of a roamer from master side, and now you just cleared out this person holding down 90, your odds of winning are much higher, and you could very well have all 5 attackers left in the round. So once you get vault wall opened up, you just cut off the rotation in between sites. Now there usually is going to be a rotation for the defender somewhere over here, whether it's like a Mira or something. So that's something you do gotta watch out for if you are watching a rotation. But once the defending team knows that like the whole attacking side is pushing for the north side of the map, there may very well be someone holding in study now, holding a nice line of sight onto the entrance over here. So if you are trying to stay alive and you're not trying to die, you know, you made it this far, you cleared out the whole north side of the map and you just cleared out 90, you got the guy on 90 rappel, that you're doing really good. Use your drone again, okay guys? Just because it's a 3v5 or maybe a 5v2, you don't want them to clutch up. So you want to drone where the rest of them are. There's usually someone behind there, or there might very well be someone on the south stairs or someone in study now, like defender in study. You want to make sure you drone where they are, and then that way you know where they are. You could do either quick peeks and communicate with your team where the defenders are. So say you have diffuser and your sledge or whatever, you have diffuser and you have someone throw down smoke grenades. Again, when you're trying to plant, the odds of you successfully getting the plant off are much higher if you're concealed in a smoke grenade, so your odds of dying go down. So we're gonna get a smoke grenade down. Maybe we're gonna have someone watch this study door, and then someone watch over at the rotate. That's probably gonna be somewhere over here. You get the plant down over here. Oop, well, this isn't the site, so I can't plant over here. You get the plant down over here because this is a really nice safe spot. You're only really exposed from the study door, but if you have a teammate watching study door, you're gonna be fine. And then maybe someone is, and then you can have someone on 90, your other attacker on 90, watching the vault. So you are virtually, you are really safe right here if you are the one planting the diffuser. So you see what I mean by changing up your mindset. You could have very well wasted your life pushing in through study or some other, and it's not just for this map, it's some other high risk area that you could do. You could have very well died right here pushing this or pushing that. Your chances of dying went down so much because you pushed with your team, you weren't alone by yourself, and you limited your chances of dying by only exposing yourself to one angle at a time. If you were pushing into study or really any area of any part of the map in Siege where you have so many areas that you have to look out for and be careful on, you're probably going to die. That matters. It's also for defense and attack, not just for attack. It's also for defense. So I think that's a really good tip that you should do is pretend that you are the operator in Siege, and if the operator in Siege dies, you die, and you will find yourself decreasing your odds of dying and ultimately living longer in Siege, playing better with your teammates. And yeah, let's go on to the next tip. Okay, so I'm gonna roll a clip on me getting super frustrated. It was actually in my last video, so if you watch my last video, it's gonna be the same Clash clip. But when I died to this Clash, I was already tilted in this game. When I died to this Clash, I was just so furious, so mad, and I ended up performing very poorly the entire game because I was so mad. And I've actually had this happen quite a few times where I would start off a game or start off a night pretty upset, pretty mad, maybe it was a long day at work, or or I'm playing poorly, and I've literally done this a couple times, like either on stream or with a group of friends or just by myself. I will sit there, I'll take a couple really big breaths, and I'll be like, okay, I'm not mad anymore. I'm having a good time playing Siege. I'm not mad anymore. I'm having a good time playing Siege. I will say that a couple times. I know it sounds really corny. Trust me, I know it sounds really corny, but take a couple deep breaths, soothe your boiling blood because you're very frustrated. Put your hands back on your controller, your keyboard and mouse, and just take a deep breath and just like chill out. I got this. I'm gonna roll that clip of that Clash.
Throwing that out. Wait, full send.
What? How did I not knife that fucking Clash?
That was funny, not gonna lie.
How did I not fucking knife her, dude? God damn. Now, one more thing I want to say about making the operator's life matter as much as your own is for defense, I want to say that you don't necessarily have to take every gunfight. If you're a roamer, you don't necessarily have to take every gunfight on every part of the map if you can. If you get droned out, you need to make a quick decision. Is my probability of dying, if I were to sit here in the same spot, maybe peek where the drone came from because I know someone's coming, they know my location, is it worth risking my life right here, or is it more worth falling back to site and saving my life later on in the round to increase the numbers, like maybe to keep it a 5v5 instead of 4v5 towards the end of the round? You need to make that quick decision, and most of the time it's more safe for the defender to the roamer to fall back to site instead of pushing that gunfight. They droned you out. They already know where you are. Now you can make the decision to stay there, but if you get taken out, you probably didn't waste too much of their time, because if you were to fall back to site, they're going to check every corner and they're going to probably drone again to figure out, hey, where did this roamer go? That's wasted. You're probably going to waste more time just falling back to site, because now the attack has to find exactly where you went before they get pushed forward again. So you did your job as a roamer. You wasted time and you kept your life for later on in the round. Now, for some positions, that's not a possibility. If you are, say, smoke on server stairs or blue stairs on bank, you're probably going to die there, because if you're holding on this site, I have a clip of it. I'll probably put it up on screen for like the third time in my videos because I like it. I like that clip because I did really good. But if you are a smoke on there, you're probably going to die. The only reason why I left in the clip is because I knew there's a mirror behind me, and I was more likely, I could have been more useful to team falling back to the mirror rather than dying on blue stairs, because once they got the ADSs and deployable shield taken care of, my odds of dying went up tremendously. A new server hatch is reinforced. I can fall back to the mirror where my odds of living are much higher than if it were to stay on server stairs. But if you are in a position where you are meant to hold down that site or that position on the map with your life, you need to stay there, waste as much time as possible. But if you're just doing like a normal roam for defense, fall back to site or fall back to somewhere near site to make the number game not a disadvantage for you and your team later on in the round. Well, that's all I got for you. Let me know if you guys liked the video. Do you agree with what I had to say, or do you have any other tips on how to increase your survivability in ranked? You can let me know by leaving a comment down below. Now, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe with notifications if you're new. Now, with all that being said, JEPPPPYYY out.